I see you, Myron. I see you. Cut up sick. What's up, Len?
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, sucker. Let's get it on.
Good Thursday evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, degenerates of all ages. Welcome to yet another edition of the Fat Man Yell at You for an Hour. That's right, that Fuzzing Rock Show. Back on the air live Thursday evenings, as we always come to you. And we got a good night ahead of us tonight, guys. We got a little information for you, and then we're going to bring the boys in from Frozen Sun. We're going to talk about everything that's going on with those guys. After a long hiatus, they're back. And they're hungry, man. They're ready to go. So we're looking forward to talking to them tonight. First, I'm going to start off by saying happy birthday to a rock star himself, Giovanni, turning 11 tomorrow. The big double sticks, big 11. All I can say, bro, is when you get on the Mets, I want season tickets. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm saying, bro. But happy birthday tomorrow, bro. Big 11. Gee, I'm happy for you, man. Enjoy your birthday for sure. So dude, I need that. You know what I figured out today? I need a house cleaning robot. I'm not talking about one of those like cat surfboard things or the cat skateboards, whatever the hell you want to call it. I want one that has like an attitude, like Rosie from the Jetsons. That's what I need. Something that shoots out of the wall, cleans stuff up, goes right back in. That's what I need. So anybody that wants to invent that shit, bring it on. Capital Underground, guys, episode 49 just hit the big 50. Big 50th episode's coming this coming Monday. Make sure you check it out. I'm sure Ralph's going to do something special for it. Of course, that's exclusively on nippertown.com. That's where you can find that. Make sure you're also going to see, going to the website, shuffleextreme.com, Ralph's radio station. And speaking of radio, guys, coming soon. Oh, buddy. Excellent. Coming soon to the interwebs near you. They just talked about it we talked about it on the crew last night. Nippertown Radio is going to hit the airwaves. Don't know when. It's no rush. We got to get everything right. It's going to be all local music all the time. So all you local bands that want to be on Nippertown Radio, send your stuff to Jim or Ralph. It'll be let's see, Ralph at nippertown.com or Ralph at Capital Underground. I think either one, or Ralph, go to Ralph Renna's website, ralphrenna.com. You can go there, or Jim at nippertown.com. They can give you more information. I think they just send you like a form and you fill it out, upload your music, and it goes right to the radio site. It's a pretty cool thing. So make sure you guys are getting your music in. All you local bands, get your music in now. That's what I'm saying. What's that? I got private messages coming in. Come on. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm answering it. That's nice. I'm answering a private message on the show. All right. Enough of that. So, guys, you folks that support local music, please, if you guys are supporting local music, Bandcamp is the way to go, but every first Friday of the month. So it would be not tomorrow, but the following Friday is going to be Bandcamp Friday. And that's the artists get 100% of the proceeds from their sales. So make sure you guys do that. Go over to, go to Bandcamp, support local music, all that good stuff. You can also support this show because, we like to make money, of course, over here. Thatfuzzandrockstore.com. You get all of your, oh, look at that. That's a pretty coin, buddy. I'll get to you in a minute. Make sure you show that to the folks. Thatfuzzandrockstore.com. It has a bunch of my merch up there. I would definitely appreciate the support. And speaking of support, you guys can follow, like, share, subscribe to all the channels. That would be great. We got 4 of them. We got youtube.com/thatfuzzingrock show, facebook.com/thatfuzzingrock show. Insta and TikTok are also at That Fuzzing Rock Show. So That Fuzzing Rock Show, you'll be able to find us for sure. Nippertown March Music Madness, the final 4 is there. Shortwave Radio Band, Pony and the Pancake, Side B, and Girl Blue. I can't speak. Make sure you guys are getting over to nippertown.com, put in your votes. And I said a couple Wednesdays ago, Shortwave Radio Band all the way. That's my prediction. I'm running with it, and that's it. And also have to shout out to Kim Kangemi. Big shout out to Upstate Records, but today's Kim's birthday. So shout out to Kim. Happy birthday, Kim. Now, for the moment that 3 of you have been waiting, no, I'm just kidding. For the moment you guys have all been waiting for, we're going to bring him in right now. It is Frozen Sun. We got Jackson. I don't like that view. That view is better. Nick and Kyler. What's up, boys?
Hello.
What's going on?
See, that's the coin right there, bro. That is it right there. Old Nipper
merch
on the other side. And that thing's metal, right? Heavy duty.
Heavy metal.
You see that, buddy? That's great. How's everybody doing, man? I haven't talked to you guys in forever. Nick, I mean, you and I talk all the time, but not like this, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'm excited for you guys. You guys got a show coming up Saturday night at the Fuse Box with the Antarctican and give me the other band quick.
Straight through
Sanity.
That's the one. Damn it, I keep forgetting that one. But that's going to be a great show. It's your first time back on stage in how long now?
Since 2019, I think.
Got to be like 3 years, right?
Yeah, coming on 3 years.
So, let's see, guys. If you guys have any questions for the band, you guys can put it in the chat. We'll be happy to ask them anything you want to know. Myron says, "What's up, my dudes?" That's Myron giving a shout out.
What's up, Myron?
So you guys, like I said, you guys are here to promote the gig on Saturday at the Fuse Box. Let's talk about that gig for a second. I mean, it's like I said, it's the first time in 3 years you guys are going to be back on stage. Like, have you guys been preparing for this? You guys were ready to go? Like,
oh, absolutely, man. Yeah,
we were just gonna wing it, I think.
Yeah.
You're just gonna wing it.
Yeah, no, we've been really pumped to get back on stage, man. It's been a long time. I think a lot of people didn't know what the music scene was gonna look like. After all the craziness, last crazy couple of years. It's taken us a while to get ready, but we've been practicing hard. We've been working on some new stuff, and we are super excited for Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's talk about Frozen Sun for a minute. How long have you guys been together as a band?
Whoa.
Yeah, more than half of my life.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think our first main iteration began back in 2011. We met in Nick and I met in middle school, and we have played together since. We've had a bunch of different lineups since, but yeah, definitely over 10 years of rocking together. It's been great.
Absolutely.
And you guys have 2 albums out, correct?
Yeah,
That's right.
All right. Is there a place people can get them, or?
They're available on all social media platforms, and if you come to a show, we'll have physical copies available as well.
Bandcamp, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. It's
So all the streaming platforms. So get on that, guys. Now, do you guys have like any side projects? The 3 of you, it doesn't, whichever one. Do you guys do any side projects, or is it all like, is it all Frozen Sun all the time?
Nick's everywhere. Nick's with everybody. But so our main squeeze has always been Frozen Sun. But Nick gets around.
I get around a little bit, play filling in the shoes and paying tribute to my guitar teacher and also the person who brought Jackson and I together when we were little kids, Henry McFerrin and China White. I take a lot of pride in carrying on his legacy because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have Frozen Sun, and I also wouldn't be the guitar player I am today. So definitely
That's
important.
The tribute, buddy, right there.
There it is. The white.
If I had pants on, I'd bring it closer to the camera, but you know how I roll, bro. So now, who does what in the band? Jackson, you're the singer. Nick, you're the horrible guitar player in the band.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
Tyler, what do you do, bud?
I'm the drummer.
Gotcha. So okay, so we're missing one. Of course, it's got to be the fucking bass player, right?
Yes, we are missing our friend Matt.
Typical bass player, right?
I'm telling you, them bass players, man.
I also want to point out this show coming up is our first gig with Matt in the band.
Yeah, so our new bass player is Matt Dunn. He's just incredible. He can slap the crap out of that thing, and we're really happy to have him in the band. And this is going to be his first show with us, like T said. So
now there you go, right there. That says it all. Myron, well said, brother. Well
thanks,
said.
Myron.
And that's exactly why he's not here. He's very specific about it. He's like, listen, I don't want the public to see me until that show. So
he wants the unveiling
for any appearances. No.
Oh, I see. So it's almost like a new car. You pull the seat back, boom. Yeah. There's your new bass player right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, listen, he's probably watching right now, dude. If you are doing it that way, you got to bring it. You have to bring it. If you don't, you're gonna fall on your face, man. We're gonna call you out on it. We are for sure.
I'm gonna get a text for throwing him under the bus later. I'm sure.
It is, see, Chuck says it too. It's always the bass player, man. It's always the bass player. The bass player in Deveria, that dude is a freaking maniac. Veter, he is absolutely out of his mind. Love the guy to death, but he's absolutely out of his mind. So we're gonna talk a little bit more about this stuff in a second. We're gonna talk about your albums after this. We're gonna play a couple songs from the boys here. First one I got up on deck is Robot Banshee. And every time I hear this song, the first part of it sticks in my head and I want to slap you for it because it drives me nuts. It stays in my head for about 3 hours. Just that little beginning part, man. But when Jackson's vocals come in, it's like, holy fuck. Like, dude, I'm telling you, man, that I love when you come in on this song, it's killer, man. You guys check this out. This is Robot Banshee from Frozen Sun. We will be back in a couple minutes. Check it out.
Well, all right. Come on. Robot Banshee, siren of the overloads, stalking the earth until the morning comes. Cooked in
Hell yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. See, I told you when Jackson comes in, dude, it's just like puts it down. Now, you guys, I don't think you guys can see me, but I can see you guys in like my bottom screen, my control panel down here. And this is how I know these guys are ready to go, because just to their tune, listening to it, they were all three of them rocking out. I was just watching. Oh, Emily says hot. Guys, I'm telling you. Fuse box, Emily, Saturday night, be there.
Oh, she knows.
So I'm going to talk about the first album, you guys' first album, self-titled album, Frozen Sun. But I'm going to get into it later, but I want to kind of dip into it now because it was driving me nuts the other day. I had to call Nick, like, bro, who does Jackson sound like? It was driving me nuts because I was stuck on like Lejean, because I get that a lot from you. But there's like, I mean, I can't wait to ask you what your influences are, because it's like, and as Nick and I are talking about it, I'm like, yeah, okay, I can see that. And he's like, yeah, and some clutch, and some, yeah, I can see that too. I'm like, Jesus, like it sounds like a mixture of all of these.
Yeah,
look at that, see that? That's what I'm talking about, man. I just have my slowly fuzzing rock show shirt on. I feel.
Yo, bring me. I want a
underdressed, man.
fuzz shirt. Can you
I'm
bring us
telling
some
you, man.
fuzz shirts?
Listen, I'm telling you, man. Just go to this website. It's called thatfuzzingrockstore.com. I'll even give you a code for 10% off.
Ooh.
See what I'm saying? I'm telling you. All right, let's get into the first album. We'll get into influences in a little while, but let's get into the first album. Let's talk about the first album, self-titled Frozen Sun. When was that album recorded?
I would say
2011?
2000, yeah, between 2012, 2014. I think we put it out in 2014.
Where did you guys record it?
We recorded in Yonkers, New York. We it was actually pretty crazy. Us as little kids, we went and I think I was 12 or 13 at the time. Jackson, I think you were what, 15, 16?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, we went and did a Battle of the Bands at Northern Lights, which is modern day upstate concert hall. And
Not anymore.
Not anymore, actually. Yeah, now Empire Live, right?
Now it's Empire Live, yeah.
Yeah. Well, upon that revolution at Northern Lights, we won this Battle of the Bands, and we won how many hours of studio time? Was it like 30 or something like that?
I think it was 20.
20 hours of studio time in Yonkers, New York. So we went
Small
down
room
there.
studio.
Yeah, small room studios with Anthony. And yeah, we went down there and recorded our first 3 songs, and then we came back and we realized that we needed to fund the rest of the record, and so we made a GoFundMe, and we're pretty successful with it, and we were able to raise the money for the rest of our record, and we did it all on our own, just a bunch of little kids, and it's still one of our proudest records. You know,
You got everything to be proud of, dude. That's a good album. Holy I just had a freaking epiphany. You just gave me an idea. I'm gonna start a GoFundMe to develop my cleaning robot, and I'm gonna name it fucking Robot Banshee.
yes, that's awesome.
Thank you. I'll give you 10% there. I'll give
Dude,
you
if you at minimum get at least just one of those little ones that like go on the ground and like
No, that's a cat skateboard. I don't want that. I want like a full body robot that like comes out of a closet. Like, what do you want me to do? Go do the dishes again, whatever, and then goes in and does it, and then goes back to, you know what I mean? Back to the closet. Yo, come vacuum. Fine. And then comes out, you know what I mean? All right. Dude, my mind goes sideways sometimes. So let's talk about writing process. I don't know if it's changed from back then to now, but we'll talk about like when you guys write your music, who does what? Like, do you guys do it all in a room together? Is it like a riff or the vocals first? Like, how do you guys work that?
I would say it normally starts with a riff. We always kind of, when we're in a creative mood and we decide we want to start writing, we'll always start with just jamming together. Nick will start playing a riff. Tyler starts slamming the drums along with them until one of us goes, stop playing. We have to record this. and we'll
What
grab
was
our
that?
phone. Yeah, exactly.
You like one of those aha, what the fuck was that moment? Hold on a minute, go back. Right?
Yeah. And then I'll just try to kind of listen to what they're doing, come up with a normally like a melody first, just singing along with some gibberish words, staying in tune, and then I just hit my room afterward with a notebook and just start trying to come up with words that matches it. Sometimes it's something with life, and sometimes it's inspired from anything I got going on, a movie even, and just trying to make it all, we put it all together at that point.
Has that process changed at all since before? Is that how you guys roll? You just kind of like start with a riff or something in practice and then it goes from there? Same way now as it was then, or?
I would say, oh, go ahead.
So I can't really speak for the previous two albums, but I'd say like 80% of the stuff we've been currently working on has been mostly like me, Nick, and Matt just like jamming together, and then Jackson like sneakily starting to record on his phone, and then we'll listen back to it later and we'll be like, hold the fuck on, this is a song.
Yeah,
This is literally a song.
And compared to like previous records, I think our first record, we were all really young and wrote a lot of things together, which was great. Our second record, we wrote a lot of things together. And I think this record in particular is the record where there's been like the most influence from each individual person, where like we've really like cultivated ourselves and found our sound and our melting pot of who we are as musicians. And I think we've brought ourselves to a place where we're all like really comfortable and digging what we're making, and we're super excited to share it all, because it's been 3 years since our last show, and then our last album was 2017. So Saturday we got a lot to prove, and we're ready to do it, and it's going to be great.
So I'm going to give Dan Lowy a shout out real quick here. Dan runs a page on Facebook. It's called Heavy Metal: A Way of Life.
I
This
follow
page-
that page.
This page is like, I'm always stunned at, I don't know how he does it. I think he's one of those guys that has like 36 hours in his day. I don't know how he runs the site, but like this site focuses on metal, but then it branches out like all over the world. It's I don't know how he set it up, but dude, it networks basically. It's like a network, and he's done a great job. So if you guys haven't checked that out, Heavy Metal: A Way of Life, go check that out. Dan, we appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, I love your page, dude. Love your page.
So now Tyler said before that he can't vouch for the first or second album. What are we doing about a third album, boys?
Oh, it's in the works. It's absolutely in the works. And I'd say we got a very large chunk of that completed.
Writing wise, at least.
Writing wise. And we haven't hit the studio yet, but that's coming. That's coming very soon. And
Hoping to have something to show everybody, a little piece, hopefully by the summer.
yeah, we're trying to do our debut first Frozen Sun music video with maybe a single, and yeah, that's the plan, I think.
Well, you guys know where that has to air, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
No, not here. This show sucks. What are you talking about? Nobody will see it. What are you talking about? Don't do that. Okay, so I got a question for you. And Nick, I don't know if I'm going to speak out of school here, but can I tell people about how you and I met?
Go for it. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So you mentioned Henry McFerrin before. When Henry passed away, I was tasked with the job of selling his instruments to give his mother money and to pay for whatever expenses or whatever. So Nick called me and he's like, hey, he goes, you're the one that has Henry's guitars. I'm like, yeah. Can I come over and look at them? I'm like, yeah, do whatever you want. Can I come over now? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Sure. So he came over, and my father was still alive at the time. My father was a musician since he was like 11 years old or something. So he was, a 60 some odd years in the music field. So my father was sitting in his chair, kind of watching TV, kind of listening. So Nick was at my house for 4.5 hours. All right. And played every guitar, kind of like, there was a bunch of emotions there and stuff like that. And dude, I'm telling, some of the stuff that he was playing, it was my pleasure to sit there and listen to it because, I mean, just some of the stuff he was playing and the emotions, and it was awesome, and we kind of sparked that friendship from there, and then there was some other stuff I gave Nick that was kind of personal effects of Henry's, so I just kind of feel close to Nick because of that, and I appreciate you, dude. I just wanted to let you know that.
I appreciate you too, man. And yeah, I think Henry just has that magic of bringing people together. He's touched the hearts of many people.
Even from the other side, bro. Even from the other side, he's doing that. So now that we've talked about instruments, I'm going to ask all three of you. Now, Jackson, you play guitar, correct?
I dabbled. That's how as Nick said earlier, I took guitar lessons from Henry in my starting days, and at some point realized that, you know what, this other kid's better. Maybe I should just sing.
Just a little bit. I mean, So my question
Jackson's
is,
a great guitar player.
I'll ask all three of you separately. Have you guys, I'll start with Jackson. Have you guys ever sold an instrument that you absolutely regret?
I was going to say my instrument turnover rate is probably much lower than Nick's. He has gone through about 500 guitars since I've met him. Every guitar that I've ever sold, I have I've been fine with selling. So no, I would say I have not regretted many. Nick, though, I don't know. I can't speak for him.
I've regretted a few. Yeah.
Do you have the what instruments they are that you regret selling?
There's a lot. I mean, there was the one that I gave to you, and then I got it back.
You got it back. That's right.
I gave him for one of Henry's. I gave him this ESP right here. Here it is.
Oh,
nice
I have already.
He came back to me and he goes to me. He goes, "Hey, is there any way that I can get that back for you?" Yeah. Cool, So he goes, "I need it in case I have to do strat work." And I'm like, "Strat work?
Jeff Beckman.
Sure.
That's a good way to put it." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, it's all good, man." So Tyler, what about you? Have you ever sold anything that you absolutely regret? Music.
My short answer would be no. But to elaborate on it a bit more, my very first drum set that I ever got, I was in like 7th grade. I learned to play on that. And I did give it to a nephew a couple years after, but at the same time, I was actually buying my drum teacher's drum set, Mike Normandin. This was back in like 2013, probably.
It's a good name to throw out. Mike's a good dude.
Yeah, Mike's awesome.
Yeah. So I bought his drum set at the time, and it was a substantial upgrade, I'd say. So can't say it was a regret at all.
All right, now we're gonna. So, what age did you guys all get into music? Were you guys super young, or not that you guys are old men now? I mean, you guys are. I feel like a freaking grandfather right now. But,
Nick, I feel like you were born like with a guitar. So
I just came out like.
I have in fact I've never known Nick without him like playing guitar. Like when I met him over a decade ago, he had already been playing guitar for a few years. So I think I got in. I mean, started in like middle school. I played in the band. I was a clarinetist, and but after that, I think it was probably about when we were like 12-ish when Nick and I really started to say, hey, we should do like rock music and not
Dude,
hot cross buns.
I didn't know you played clarinet.
I play a mean clarinet,
dude. Album 3, bro. Album 3.
Jackson clarinet solo, bro. So, Nick, when did you get started? When did you get started playing guitar?
Playing guitar. I mean, there was one point where this is where it started for me. I remember I was in the kitchen one time. And my dad used to have one of those little CD players that were like in the kitchen, like little ones. And yeah, he would play like little Kiss CDs and Guns N' Roses. And I remember one time Guns N' Roses was on. And I was like, Dad, like, who is this? He's like, oh, it's Guns N' Roses, And that kind of sparked my interest. And then he had a whole like these two like giant just like storage bins in the basement that were filled to the top with CDs that he was collecting since he was a kid, and he doesn't use them anymore because at this point iPods had been introduced and he like burned all his songs on there and stuff. And he said I could have them, so I was like, all right, cool. I brought him upstairs. I put him in alphabetical order on a shelf and had thousands of CDs of everything from like the Beatles to Pantera, you know, and I listened to all of them, and a lot of them really stuck with me from an early age. I really liked like the driving guitars and like the heaviness of like Motley Crue when I was younger, and I loved Guns N' Roses, Black Sabbath, obviously, Kiss, Scorpions. They kind of like started it off, and then it's evolved a lot since then. But I'd say around age 6, maybe 5 or 6. See, I don't even know if this is true. I said if I say 5 or 6, because that's when I asked for a guitar. But recently I saw like a old picture of me when I was like 3 with a guitar in my hand, and I had no idea whose guitar. I don't remember it, but maybe I was playing before. But as far as I can remember, I asked for an electric guitar when I was 6, and then 7 years old, I had broken a string, and I hadn't taken a lesson yet, and I walked into Adirondack Strings, and there was Henry, the man, and he convinced me to take a lesson, and I did, and ever since then, I've been inseparable from my guitar. Just inseparable.
Now Tracy says, "Gotta love young rocker parents." You guys, Tyler, I'll get to you in a second, but you guys' parents have been, from what I know, anyways, from Jackson and Nick both. But your parents have been super supportive in your musical career so far, which is awesome. I think a lot of more parents should be like that, and that's cool. So, shout out to the parents for supporting music, because it's, you know, it's important. Music is not only, it's
shout
not
out
only
to everyone who supports it, man.
Yeah, exactly. Not only is it an art form, but it's a way of expression. It's a way to cure your frustrations. Music does so much more than just plays on a radio or something.
You know? Yeah, it's very therapeutic for me and for a lot of people. And I think the whole concept of any art, just being able to have an idea in your head and then be able to see it or hear it and make it a reality, is just a magical thing that I think everyone should experience in some way, whether it be painting or inventing stuff or anything. Any idea you have, planning a surprise party, anything, and seeing it come to life, it's always just a magical thing.
I've been very thankful to have my parents support me from, you know, an early age through middle school and high school with the band, all the way to going to school, college for music. So yeah, it's definitely something that starts at an early age for a lot of people.
Absolutely. All right, Tyler, let's get to you, buddy. When did you first get involved in music?
So from 4th grade to 9th grade, I played the cello in school. Yeah, Jackson knows. But
3.
yeah, maybe. But in 7th grade, I was actually at Jackson's house while Frozen Sun was having a practice. So I was like 13 or 14, something like that. And I just like got behind the drum set there and played it a little bit. Had no idea what the fuck I was doing, but you know, it was really fun just like messing around with it. So you know, that night my parents signed me up for a drum lesson.
Nice.
And it was at a Hilton Music Center in Colony Center.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so my dad brought me there, and it was a lesson with Mike Normandin. And I like didn't even, the first thing he taught me was how to hold the sticks right, because I didn't even know how to do that. So then, you know, I'm doing that for like 2 years, and then 9th grade hits, and I'm kind of just like, fuck the cello, man.
Yeah.
I just want,
Get out of here.
not disparaging the art of playing the cello in any way, but
no,
it's not really for me when you know,
better.
I had drum lessons to go to after school. So yeah, so really it was like 7th grade when my love of like playing and writing metal music came about.
All right, so what we should do is
drums, man.
when I put this up on YouTube, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that section out where you said that you just got behind the drum set and started playing. And what I want you to do is record afterwards. I want you to say, I killed the drummer from Frozen Sun and just took over. It's just a content thing, dude. Don't worry about it. Statute of limitations is over with. You should be fine. Don't worry about it.
I think
So
fuck the
let's
cello
influence
is an all-time line.
Killed the drummer with a cello. How's that?
Yeah. I use the cello to kill the drummer, so now I'm the drummer.
Exactly. So let's talk quick. Let's talk influences, because this is what I wanted to get to, because I really want to play Undertow. I'm itching to hear the song again because I freaking dig it. So Jackson, I'm going to start with you. Give me like 5 of your biggest influences musically.
All right. I would say definitely Black Sabbath, Clutch, as we see here. I'm a big fan of this band called The Sword. Big fan of theirs. And then I don't know, the list kind of gets gray from there. I do love a lot of different kinds of music, but those are my main 3 that I can come up with right now: Sabbath, The Sword, and Clutch. Definitely.
Nick?
Man, that's like the hardest question in the world, because the influences just keep multiplying by the thousands as I progress in life. But I'd say my first influences would be like Black Sabbath, Guns N' Roses, Van Halen, Randy Rhoads, and just, John Sykes, and anybody who's got a screaming guitar tone and can rip is like anything I was going for. And nowadays I listen to a lot of different stuff. I listen to like Chet Atkins and Les Paul and Mary Ford, and I listen to Jeff Beck all the time. And I try to go as far back and as far forward as I can with my music and try to cover anything that's got good guitar playing is for me.
That's the best right there. The name of the next album, Fuck the Cello. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Donnie, absolutely. Absolutely.
I would also throw in Judas Priest and Iron Maiden in there.
Shit.
Oh, yeah.
Round out the 5.
There it is.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Let's get to Tyler. I got to hear this song, man. I'm itching.
To keep it quick, I guess like the the first like really heavy band I got into was Pantera around when I started playing drums. Vinnie Paul, one of the absolute best.
Brick wall, baby.
Dave Grohl, I'd say, is another huge influence for me drumming wise. And my absolute, Nick and Jackson know this well, but my absolute favorite drummer of all time is Mike Portnoy. And Dream Theater is my favorite band. So like in terms of the types of fills and stuff that he does, that's a huge influence on me.
Interesting postscript to that story. I will not listen to newer Dream Theater when Portnoy left.
Oh yeah.
I won't do it.
That's fair.
Listen,
Hey, Mangini's great.
Oh yeah, of course.
Portnoy just has that film.
he's just amazing. Dude, he's absolutely unbelievable.
I had the pleasure of hanging out and spending some time with him the other night at the Overkill concert, and he was a really nice guy. T was super jealous. No, I'm just kidding.
And I know I've already shouted him out a couple times already, but I got a list as an influence, Mike Normandin himself.
Absolutely.
Also, I gotta add Henry McFerrin as my biggest influence right there.
Man, I'm telling you, Norman and Henry get a lot of love tonight, bro. I love it.
Yeah, I got my Henry tattoo. Wait, where is it?
Right there. Yeah.
There it is.
There it is. Right there. Sweet. I love it. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to play a little Undertow. We'll be back with the Frozen Sun Boys. We'll talk about the second album, and then we'll talk about the show they got coming up, and then we'll call it a day. So check this out. This is Undertow. It is from the second album. So check it out. Undertow. Here we go.
Kidnapping little Judases are driving you insane. All you want is a piece of mind. You're drifting far from the shore, uncertain which way to turn anymore. The world is a scary place. It will betray you one day and wipe away all you know. Because in the end you're going down with the undertow. Open your eyes and look inside the corrupt hearts of the venomous deceiver. Find a way to break away from the depths to death, or forever you will The world is a scary place. It will betray you one day. There is no time for thinking. Already see you sinking. Swim to save your sanity. You're running out of air to breathe. Fight before you go below, or else in the end you're going down with the undertow. Oh
Very, very nice, boys. Very nice. I think I hurt my.
Very nice.
I just hurt my neck. It hurts. Bastards! Damn you! All right, so that was Undertow from Frozen Sun. Glad to have you boys here. Let's talk about the second album now. This is Sea of Madness. When was this album recorded?
So I think this one was all between like 2015, 2016. We released it in 2017, and this one we did at the recording company with Tim Lynch out in Esperance.
We love Tim.
Yeah, awesome, dude.
He's good. He's good.
How long did it take you to write this album? Was it like it was a long time writing it, or?
Well, it kind of not really. It wasn't really much of a long time writing it, but we had a couple dilemmas in the middle. We had written the album with a drummer and a bass player that once the album was written, they ended up leaving the band. And so we ended up recruiting Tyler Fish and our older bass player, Madeline Reese. And we kind of, showed them the parts to the songs that we wrote and also revamped them and revisited them so that everybody could, show their style. And I think as much as it was a time dilemma, it really ended up for the best in the end because it really made us sit down and really get to know our songs and from the ground up again and before recording. And I think that is a lot of the reason why we didn't spend that much time in the studio. I think we had a lot of practicing in and we went into it really prepared. And this guy was doing 10-hour drum days, like,
Oh yeah.
not losing a hair of endurance from like the beginning all the way to the end, and was just crushing it. Like I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Nick said,
Ladies, remember, drummer's got stamina, baby.
like Nick said, I joined like after all the songs were pretty much written. But I still, I really had the freedom to kind of add my own stuff to them.
You still made it your own for sure.
Yeah, all 10 of the tracks, like I really got to add my own sort of style and ideas to them. And then even like the newer stuff we're working on, like it's even more so.
Yeah, it's
You
even
know,
cooler because the
we
new
can add
stuff
all of
he's
our own
writing
shit.
all his own
Yeah.
parts, and we're all digging it. It's really really great.
So which songs are the singles off that album? If you guys had like to release a couple singles off that, what would they be?
The new one or the second album?
Second album.
Well, they were actually the two songs that you played in order.
Yeah.
We released Robot Banshee, then we released Undertow, and so yeah, that would be the singles right there, my man.
I can't take credit for Jackson told me what to play, so I can't take. I should have just stood up and said, "Yeah, fuck yeah, I picked them both."
I knew that. I knew that.
Yo, we could have kept the secret, Jackson. Come on, man. I thought we were tight.
I was gonna roll with
now,
it. Man.
We already talked about this, but tell the folks again where you can find the music. And second part of that question, do you guys have like merch for sale, and where do we get that?
So you can get the music everywhere. We are on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Bandcamp, the whole shebang, Amazon Music, all that stuff. Merch right now is pretty much we have some stuff in person at our shows. So you can pick up some. We have some shirts, we have some shot glasses, all that good stuff, and we'll have them there on Saturday at the Fuse Box.
Next time you guys order merch, just remember the Fat Man wears 5X. So
you got it.
Don't forget that, all right?
You got it. Never.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn it over to you guys, what I call shameless plug time. I'll let you guys plug whatever you want. Don't plug the show because I'm going to do that after you guys are done. But make sure you tell people like, yo, come out to our show Saturday. But I'll give all the information so you guys don't have to do it. Shout out anybody you want, plug anything you want. The stage is yours, boys. Go ahead and take it over.
You can start, Jackson. Go ahead.
So yeah, man, it's been an absolute pleasure to be back playing and writing and getting the wheels turning again. And we are so excited to be back live. And so we have some new stuff we've been working on. We have all of our old favorites. We have a little Easter egg we got planned for Saturday. And you'll definitely stick around. What we got first tease of some new material. So definitely gonna be a good time.
Who's next?
I mean, yeah, Jackson pretty much hit the nail on the head there. Definitely looking forward to the new songs we're going to be playing on Saturday. We got one really exciting thing. I won't even say what it is, but yeah, stay tuned for that. And then we got a sneak peek of a new song.
Oh, I like it.
I'd love to shout out, the Fuse Box for having us at their show. The Fuse Box got sold during COVID and it got rebought, and for that I am so grateful because
Traj is a good man.
/ the QE2 has a lot of history, and that venue means a lot to me. So I'm happy to be able to play there with Frozen Sun at our first show back. I want to thank the Antarctican for asking us to play, and Straight Through Sanity for also having us. And it's just going to be a really great show. And shout out to all the fans from Frozen Sun that supported us over the years, and for all the ones that are still to come. We look forward, and we're going to welcome you with some open arms, and we really look forward to having a good time Saturday, like my homies said here.
And shout out to our man who couldn't join us tonight, Matt Dunn. He is going to absolutely crush.
Yeah.
We are looking forward to showing you guys what he can do, because he's an animal. He's been such a big addition to our band.
He's coming home from college for it.
Yep, he's been working hard.
Matt, if you're listening, bro, I'm excited for it. I will, and you know me, dude. I don't leave the bunker very often. I might be out Saturday night for a little guest appearance at the old Frozen show.
We'll just say Matt Dunn always gets it done.
He's gonna take care of business. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, folks, it's this Saturday, 7 p.m. at the Fuse Box in Albany. The Antarctican, Straight Through Sanity, and of course, Frozen Sun. Get your asses out there and support local music. Pack the Fuse Box for this. It's going to be a hell of a show. And boys, I'm going to tell you to your face that I honestly think in this area, You are one of the bands that is going to continue to just dick punch everybody. And I'm telling you, you guys got it. Don't give up, because you guys have something special. I love your music. I love you guys as people, and I'm completely honored that you guys would jump on the show and talk to us tonight.
We're honored to be on it,
man. Yeah, it is you are an absolute legend around here, man, and everywhere, and it means the world to have you have us. So thank you.
I just sit here and talk like an idiot, man. You guys are the ones that create stuff, but I'm just glad to be getting it out to the people. Again, guys, Saturday night, 7 p.m., Fuse Box in Albany, the Antarcticans, straight through Sandy, Frozen Sun. Get your asses there, pack that place, and be right up front and give these guys all the energy they need, because they're definitely going to give it to you. Boys, it has been my pleasure. And I'm just going to say to Len right now, Len, don't tell me what to do. Right? Don't play Barbarian. Don't tell me what to do, Len. This is my show. So what I'm going to do, guys, is to take you guys out of here, I'm going to play a song that I want to play from your album. This song is called Barbarian.
Yes.
Thanks,
So,
man.
I'm going to give Len like a half of one behind the head right here. I love Len. He's a good dude. So we're going to play Barbarian. Boys, thanks again for stopping in, and I'll see you guys on Saturday for sure.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Frozen Sun. Thanks, boys.
Woo,
brother.
go.
That's it for me, boys and girls. I'm done for the evening. Special thank you to the boys in Frozen Sun for stopping by. Remember, this Saturday, 7 p.m., Fusebox in Albany. They're going to be with the Antarctican and Straight Through Sanity. You guys definitely need to go out there and check that show out. That's again Saturday night. Get out there and support your local music. Go pack that place. Frozen Sun's going to kill it, guys. So let's see. What else do we got to talk about before we go? Next week, I have the Phoenix. Oh, man. Phoenix and the Raven, I think. I can't remember. It's definitely, I think it's the Phoenix and the Raven. If I'm messing that up, I'm sorry, boys, but that'll be next week's interview. And then the following week, we have a WVCR DJ reunion show, which is going to be a freaking nightmare because it was tough enough getting one person on the air. Now we're going to have 7 maniacs, and we're all adults now. So I don't think our mentality's changed that much. We're probably still the same crazy maniacs that we always were. But so make sure you guys are going to check that out. That's 2 Thursdays. Get your votes in for March Music Madness. Down to the Final Four, guys. Get your votes in. We have, I got to get this paper, but I can't read it. I'm blind. Where is it? There it is. So the Final Four is Shortwave Radio Band, Pony and the Pancake, Side B, and Girl Blue. Competition's getting tight, guys. Get out there and make your votes. Nippertown.com. Check that out. Capital Underground episode 50 will be on Monday morning. So that's a big one, episode 50. Support your local music, guys, and, support me if you wouldn't mind. I'd appreciate it. ThatFuzzingRockStore.com, where you can get all the merch. YouTube.com/ThatFuzzingRockShow. Facebook.com/ThatFuzzingRockShow. Insta and TikTok. I got to go. Or at That Fuzzing Rock Show. Subscribe, follow, like, share. Tell your friends. We're all hanging out and having a good time. And I'll see you guys next week. Make sure you're taking care of yourselves and being safe, all right? Betty, you got anything to add to that?
I'm sorry, sweetie. Honey Badger doesn't give a shit.
I know. You say the same thing every week, and we still miss you, Betty. That's it for me, guys. Put this in the books. I am done. Later.